Hey everybody, Cur6 here with the Kaladesh Express, your number one source for Universes Beyond, and today we're going to be doing a little bit of a story time video. It's been a while since I've done one of these videos. I think literally the Dylan cheating video was the last time I've done like a true story time video. These videos aren't what I normally do, but I can't really cover MagicCon Vegas this time without kind of telling a bit of a story because I didn't really experience MagicCon Vegas, even though I did fly out to Vegas. I did talk to some creators while I was there. I did get some things done, but for the most part, I missed the majority of it. And I guess I just kind of want to tell you guys what happened. I will be covering the SpongeBob stuff. Trust me, I will be covering the SpongeBob stuff. I'll also be covering all the Final Fantasy stuff, the Universes Beyond coming to standard stuff. All of that will be covered on the channel. I just wanted to get this quick story video out to explain why I'm not really talking about Vegas like I've done for DreamHacks or other MagicCons I've been to. I just don't have a lot to say, and I feel like I should tell you why. This was the best and worst weekend of my life simultaneously, and I also just think the story is kind of interesting, so I want to share it with you guys. So the story of the worst weekend of my life begins on October 24th when we were preparing to fly out. Me and my neighbor Zoe, you've seen him on the channel before, we got to the airport, we checked in, everything goes completely normal. And then we meet up with fellow content creator Scrippy, who anyone I mentioned, also I'm gonna link down below. But we hung out at the airport, all three of us. We had a great time. We played some Magic, we ate some wings. It was super awesome. After the food, we got on the plane, flew the 4.5 hours over to Vegas. Everything is still going fine at this point. We land, pick up our bags. Then I get a call from Versal Wizard, who is staying with me at my hotel at the Venetian, I thought. But we'll get to that in a minute. So we walk outside the airport and we see the rental car line, and it is the longest line I've ever seen for anything that is not a theme park ride. It is actually ridiculous. Mind you, it is 5 o'clock now, and in 2 hours Reversal was supposed to be somewhere for some predetermined meeting, and I had a dinner to go to in about 2 hours, so we were stressed out. We get in the rental car line, we just hope it goes kind of quick. It took us like an hour and a half to get through, so we had 30 minutes to be where we were supposed to be once we got to the line, got on the buses, and we get to the rental car place. Walk up to the front desk, and they don't have my reservation. I show them my number, show them my confirmation number, I show them where I paid. They don't have it. So this is just starting off the worst. We've literally been in Vegas for like 2.5 hours. From the time we got off the plane, picked up our bags, got into the rental car line, and tried to get to our car, and we have accomplished nothing, and we are both going to be late to our meetings. At that point, we just grab our crap, call an Uber immediately, and just get to the hotel and get changed. So we were supposed to stay at the Venetian, but similar to my car situation, I didn't get the Venetian, and we had to scramble last minute to find any hotel. I ended up booking a hotel called Circus on the Strip, or a little off the Strip, near the convention center, or so I thought. Actually, it turns out MagicCon Vegas is on the opposite side of the convention center this year, so the hotel I booked that I thought was close was not close at all. And and yeah, we had to basically Uber back and forth from the convention the whole time, even though we were planning on not doing that. So that was pretty cool. We were both late to our meetings at the point, but the rest of day 0 went fine. He got where he was supposed to go and everything was fine. I got where I was supposed to go, had dinner with my friend Pancakes, who you know from the Discord maybe, and went to Bacchanal. It's pretty cool. Everything was fun. The food was fantastic. The atmosphere was fantastic. And then later on in the evening, I went and filmed with Jake Rowley for his channel. Keep an eye on that. Again, link down below. Everything was fine on day 0. We were super stressed because everything was going wrong to begin with, but by the end of the day, everything was fine. We got some drinks, we got some food, we were all having a fantastic time. Lay down at the end of the day to get ready for the first day of MagicCon. By the way, Jake and Ashley, you guys are fantastic. You guys made that first day so much more bearable. I was super annoyed, and you guys were just so much fun to hang out with and play games with. I really appreciate you guys. But yeah, the actual first day of the con, we get there, everything's going great. We walk in, I already have my badge because it came in the mail. My bag's packed, feeling really good. Pull out my camera to start recording, and I do. I pick my camera up out of my bag, I start recording the hall. I'd show footage here, but hang with me for a second. When I got to the end of the hall so I could check that piece of footage, come to find out, my memory card is destroyed. It just will not record things. My extra memory card is back at the hotel. I don't know why I did that. But yeah, I basically got no footage of the first day of the con on my camera that I brought expressly to get footage of the con and interview people. So that was fun. I spent like an hour trying to diagnose it, see if I could figure it out, formatting the memory card, whatever I could do. Nothing worked. After I got finished fiddling with my camera, I walked around and picked up some singles, which I'll showcase throughout the video. I'll basically showcase everything I picked up because I didn't pick up enough to make a dedicated video about that because of other things that happened during the con. But I picked up some singles, and I also picked up this cool Ultimate Guard deck box, which they told me I could get engraved, which I did, but not at that time. They were doing free engravings, and the line was super long. So I did get it engraved. I got that done Sunday, but we will come back to that as well. After picking up a couple of singles and a couple of knick-knack items I was trying to grab, I just walked around the con for a while and ended up in the command zone, where I played the one and only game of Magic I played at the entire MagicCon Vegas event. It was against two guys named David and a guy named Rex. We played a game of Commander. It was super fun. Thank you, gentlemen, if you haven't seen this video. It was a great time. But that is the only game of Magic I played during the entirety of MagicCon Vegas. I thought after that game I'd take a break, walk around, get some food, stretch my legs. Commander games take like 2 hours, so you know, you get hungry after sitting for so long. I bought some overpriced food, I think it was pizza, and then I walked around the con looking for one of my few target cards that I wanted to pick up this weekend. And I did find it. It was a serialized Shram, which I'm now showing on screen. I have actually pulled a serialized Shram before, but I sold it for some reason. I can't remember why I would do that, but I wanted to pick up another one, and I did find a vendor who had 3 of them, although they were charging like $25 more than anywhere I was seeing online for a serialized Shram, so I did pass on it at that time. After that, shopped around some more, ran into a bunch of friends and a bunch of content creators I wanted to meet. I ran into GirlPod, Dr. Lupo, and Vince, also known as Pleasant Kenobi on the internet. Had a really long conversation with him. The guy is so cool. I love Vince so much. Vince was super cool. We had a long conversation, and then we made plans to play Party Box the next day, the Saturday. And I was super excited. I was basically willing to drop anything to do that because I wanted to play that with Vince for a very long time, but I have never had the opportunity, and I finally did. I was super hyped. At this point, it's getting pretty late, and the MagicCon Vegas after party started, I think, at like 8 or 9, and it had been pretty close to then, so I left the con to go get ready for that. And this is the point where the weekend went all the way down. I wanted to procure alcohol to drink with my friends before the party. You know, we want to buy drinks at the party, but also you don't want to buy too many drinks. You know, you want to find that nice balance where your money meets your buzz, right? So I walked to the liquor store to buy alcohol, and it is drastically overpriced. I'm not even talking about Vegas overpriced. I'm talking like 6 times the normal price of some bottles. I wasn't doing that. I was not patroning that place. So I walked another mile and some change in the opposite direction to a liquor store that had completely normal prices, but now I've wasted a dramatic amount of time just trying to get some alcohol. When I get back to the room, my friends are there waiting. They're like, where you been? I was like, I walked the entirety of Vegas to find this bottle of alcohol for us. Drink, be merry. We drink and everything's still going fine. I get my costume on. I went to Pay Money Wubby because I thought it would be easy and funny. And we get to the party. And this, my friends, this is where the story is going to start having some holes in it. I take some pictures with some people while I'm there. I'm drinking. I think I have a beer, go to the bathroom, come back, have another beer. At some point, though, because this is all I can really remember, I was definitely drugged. And I know what you're thinking. You were drinking before the party and you were drinking at the party. You were definitely just drunk, right? Well, I weigh 250 pounds. I drink pretty regularly, like the amount that I would drink at the party, because it's really not that much. And I never just lose memory like that. I also ate completely normally throughout the day, drank water, was getting exercise because I was walking everywhere. I don't know, I was in like a really good physical state to just be blacking out. And it was a very sudden blackout. Apparently, I just wandered off from the party at some point. JM from Trying Casually found me at a casino adjacent from the party, and I was apparently flirting with a 70-plus-year-old lady. I don't remember doing that. Apparently, he pulled me away from that before I made one of the biggest mistakes in my life. So thank you, brother. At that point, he told me to go back to my hotel. I didn't do that. I went to another casino, and I remember coming to talking with this fine couple, and they were just telling me their life story, and that was really nice. I was still in my full Wubby cosplay, so I definitely looked like an insane person. I was just on the table when I came to. And the only other thing I can remember, like the only other clear memory I have of that night, is laying at a slot machine, just kind of laying in the seat, like almost sleeping in it, before my friend found me and took me back to the hotel room, where I had a complete mental breakdown. I was just screaming and like not cool. Like Reversal Wizard and my neighbor had to like calm me down. I was just not cool. So yeah, that was the first day of MagicCon Vegas and the after party. Not great, not a great start to Vegas for me personally. I don't like being drugged. I know what it's like when I'm drunk, and people around me know what it's like when I'm drunk, and the people I was partying with have been around me drunk. This was not me being drunk. So that was unfortunate. Day 2, I wake up and honestly, I'm feeling a lot better. I'm feeling like just immediately better. I feel really cold for some reason, which is weird because it's Vegas and it's not cold. I feel very cold, but otherwise I feel really good. So we get up, we go start day 2 at MagicCon Vegas, and I realize I don't have a badge. Just at all, don't have my badge. Apparently went missing at the party last night, so I had to get a new badge. I go to the front counter after getting in the cab and arriving at the venue, and the ladies there just are really nice. They're like super genuine. They're like, I told them what happened. They're like, yeah, here's a new badge. They got me a badge. I rescanned it in. I got a promo counterspell, which I don't think I was supposed to get. I think they hooked me up, and I really appreciate that. That was very nice. Didn't have to, and that just means a lot to me. Thank you. And I'm back in the venue. I didn't have to pay for a second badge, and that really helped. So I walk around MagicCon Vegas day 2 for like, I don't know, 10 minutes before I start feeling really bad, like violently ill. I go to the bathroom, I throw up, I don't know what's going on, and I get done with that and I go back out to the venue. I walk around for a bit, I meet some people, I say hi to some people. I run into Cheater Dylan for my Cheater video, which is weird. I didn't expect him to ever show his face anywhere near Magic again, but there he was. Then I go to the artist area to pick up some artist proofs for my friend back in Atlanta. When I get into the first line, I immediately know I am not okay. I leave the line pretty immediately. Like I get into line and then I leave because I violently had to use the toilet. It was bad. Again, I didn't eat anything particularly bad. I was drinking last night, but not to that point, not to the point of being sloppy to like affects me this much the next day. But yeah, I use the restroom again. I sit down for like 10 minutes, and at this point I'm no longer just cold inside the venue. By the way, I asked several people if the venue was cold. They're like, no, there's like a slight breeze, but it's not cold. I am absolutely freezing. I feel like I'm walking inside of like a walk-in freezer. And I just sit down and I'm shaking for a minute, and I realize, oh, I was drugged last night, so maybe these are still the after effects of what happened. But I'm thinking like, it's fine. I walk around, I'll warm up or whatever, and this will get out of my system. So I walk to the singles area and try to pick up more singles for decks I need. I get a couple of them. They're on screen now. And I keep walking around and I keep feeling a lot worse. I have been at the con for like maybe at total an hour and a half at this point, and I just feel like absolute just ass. I find my neighbor who came with me to the con, and we sit down and we just chill for a second. He's like, "You want to play a game while we're sitting here?" And by the time he's finished pulling out his deck, I'm like, "No, I'm ready to go." Reversal Wizard had called me. He's like, "Hey, we meet up to play a game at some point." I'm like, "Nope, I'm leaving the venue. I have to go back to the hotel. I have to be out of here. I am freezing. I feel ill. I'm starving. I just ate, but I feel like I'm starving. Everything just feels off." So I get back to the hotel. I lay down for basically the rest of the day. That was my day 2 of MagicCon Vegas. I was there for an hour and some change and left because I just felt ill. Stayed in the room the whole time, and I was just like super depressed about that, honestly. Day 3, I wake up at the crack of dawn super early. Go take a COVID test because I just feel like there's a chance that I might have picked up COVID, and I don't know. I haven't had COVID in a while. I don't remember the exact symptoms, and maybe these are some of the new symptoms of a new variant. I test negative, so that was nice. And I get in a cab and go to the con to try to rush and get everything else supposed to get done on day 2 done today, and hopefully get a game in. Spoiler alert, I did not get any more games in at MagicCon Vegas. Yeah, I decided to start the day off by waiting in line at the engraving station that I didn't do on day 1 for Ultimate Guard. I met a very nice couple, LaShonda and her husband Eric, and they are so cool. I hope you guys are doing well. We hung out for like 2 hours because the Ultimate Guard line took like 2 hours to get to the engraving, but I ended up getting a really cool, engraving. Really nice stuff, really nice piece of memorabilia, so I can remember the hell I went through. After I got my box engraved, I went back to the artist area and rushed and got all the APs I said I would get for my friend because I want to keep my word. Did end up getting them all except for one line, which was just out the door. It was so long. And getting the artist proofs done took like half the time I had left at Vegas, so that kind of was like a big incentive for me to just go do something I wanted to do while I was there. So I immediately went back to the vendor who had the 3 serialized shrimps and haggled with them and see if I can get them to bring down the price to something reasonable. They took $20 off, which is still like $10 more than I wanted to pay for a card at the con. It didn't matter. I paid the $130, got my serialized shrimp, and mission accomplished. That's something I've really wanted for a while. I even posted about it on Twitter beforehand, so I was glad to get that done. Then I walked around to try to meet with some of my friends and other creators to get a game, but most of them were in games or were busy. The ones who weren't busy, they were all on the way to do other things, and some want to know why I wasn't there the day before. I explained to them that I just felt violently ill after Friday, so I didn't show up basically the whole day Saturday, and they were all very nice about it. Sad we couldn't hang out, and me too, guys. I wanted to hang out as well. And since most of my people were busy and didn't really have a lot of time left before I had to head to the airport, I decided to go pick up as many more singles as I could for decks that I could not find here in Atlanta. And when I opened my binder to put some of those singles away, I turned to a page and noticed there is a second serialized card in there that I don't remember buying. So I checked my bank account and there was a charge for the amount that was listed on that card inside the sleeve on my account from a vendor that was there at the con. So I don't know what was going on. I didn't buy it for anybody else. So apparently at some point yesterday, I just bought a card and forgot. So that was weird. That was the serialized Legion War Boss you'll see on screen now, if you're curious. As I was leaving the event, though, I picked up some more singles. I ran into Carlos the Gardener and Peanut, Vilified Peanut on Twitter, and Pay Money Wubby, and I got pictures of all of them, which was really cool. But yeah, that was basically all I had time for throughout my time there at MagicCon Vegas. I really got nothing done. I really spoke to very few people that I wanted to and played literally, like I said, one game the entire time. But yeah, besides buying that Legion War Boss that I don't remember buying, here's some other things I have only partial memories of. I awkwardly stood next to Joey from EDH Rec for like a minute and didn't say anything, and all I wanted was an autograph or a picture, and I didn't say anything. I don't know why I did that. Very uncomfortable for him, I'm sure. I'm sorry, Joey. And me too. I also paid $30 for a Red Bull at a vendor for some reason. I don't know why I did that. I might be imagining this one, but I'm pretty sure I saw the I Hate Your Deck guy walking around. Like, I'm 99% sure I saw him just walking around the con, and I didn't think that guy was like allowed of these things. I don't know. That was the impression I got. And I remember hugging JM from Trying Casually for like way longer than I should have. I remember hugging him and then it being awkward and then pulling back, but I know I must have hugged him for like a solid 60 seconds, like weirdly long. But yeah, all in all, from what I can remember of MagicCon Vegas, I loved it. I loved it last year. I loved it this year. I just can't remember everything, and I just wasn't here for most of it because I wasn't feeling great. And was having like memory lapses the entire time. Yeah, best and worst weekend of my life is kind of an understatement. Like, I paid a lot of money to be there and just barely did anything I was trying to do. Yeah, it's just one of those weekends where like everything goes wrong. The hotel, the car, the buses to get to the rental place, me getting drugged, me getting sick. Just everything that could have gone wrong went wrong. But everything I did experience about Vegas was awesome. I can't wait to do another MagicCon again. Hopefully I get to do all of it next time. But yeah, I just wanted to tell you guys that story. I will be talking about the Universe of Beyond stuff soon. Do not worry if you are here for that stuff and not for this story time stuff. Understandable. I just really felt like sharing that with you guys. But yeah, I don't want to talk about the con anymore in particular. I think the con was great. I do want to show you guys some of the cool stuff I got. I've showed you guys this cool con exclusive deck box that was specifically for MagicCon Vegas that I got engraved with MagicCon Vegas on the side. Awesome thing. I love this. I got this cool iron-on patch from Jake Rowley. This thing is awesome. I can't wait to put this on a jacket. I really like this. I think this is a really cool idea. And this is like, it's a really nice patch. I was also given a playmat sanctuary from Nerd Gear. It is so cool. I genuinely love this thing. I have so many playmats that I don't actually play with that much, but I really want to display. And even the ones I do play with, this makes it really easy for them to get them like in and out of my bag, and I can swap them easier, take different ones to my LGS, so I'm super in love with this thing. Thank you so much, Nerd Gear. I picked up a bunch of creator stickers from like Heart and Soul MTG, Girl Pod, you name it. I'll have them all on a deck box soon. You'll see them at different events. Thank you guys so much, each and every one of you. I also got this cool pin to go along with my other pins. I've got every pin from every MagicCon I've been to so far. This is like the only pin I'm going to collect for MagicCons. And this cool lanyard from Reversal Wizard. Thank you, my boy. I really appreciate this. Apparently, this is like the official MagicCon Las Vegas lanyard. I really like it. I like how wide it is. It really makes it easy to like have all my pins horizontally. So, thank you, brother. I appreciate that. But yeah, that's all the stuff I got. That's my whole story of MagicCon Vegas. Again, worst weekend of my life, best weekend of my life. I love Vegas every year. I plan to go back. It's just, yeah, I don't really remember this one all that well. I guess if there's a moral to the story is watch your drinks and make sure you take your vitamin C. I'm Curious6, the Kaladesh Express, your number one source for Universe Beyond. We will be talking about all the Universes Beyond stuff very soon. I just wanted to share this with you guys. And that's about it. See ya.